Well, I think the end will be some kind of negotiated resolution. By the way, it is not impossible that Ukraine could defeat Russia. If we all do what they did defeat, they won the Battle of Kyiv. They won the battle again of these other two northern cities, Chernihiv and Sumy. They could actually defeat the Russians. Again, what you do is you stop the Russians first, and then you're just going to go after them because, again, they're in hostile territory. The Russians obviously have no support from the Ukrainians. Whatever they may have had, they have lost because of the atrocities and the terrible way they've treated local communities. So everyone hates them. I cannot, I invaded a country. I was a two-star general when we invaded Iraq. Those people were applauding when we came in. They did not like Saddam Hussein and his murderous sons and his kleptocratic regime. I can't imagine invading a country where everyone hates you. And if they didn't hate Russia before, they certainly do now because, again, of the horrific way that they have treated the people, including really very clear atrocities and war crimes that have been committed in Bucha. And I'm sure we will find much, much more on a much greater scale in Mariupol eventually and some of the other cities that the Russians are leaving. Well, you've seen some of the elements of this already. The Ukrainian negotiators have put on the table that Ukraine would renounce its effort to join NATO. They would go through a process, likely including a referendum, because that's what's necessary to change the Constitution. And they would not renounce EU possibility, and they would insist on a security guarantor. And I'm talking now countries, and they've said members of the UN Security Council. There's only 3 that would be candidates because neither Russia nor China presumably would guarantee Ukraine's sovereignty. So it would have to be the US, UK, or France. And then there could be some kind of negotiation about, again, Crimea, a 99-year lease for $1 a year or something like that. There'll be some term. I don't envision Ukraine thinking that they will get Crimea back. The Donbass is a little bit different. I think we'll have to see how the battlefield turns out, but there could be some arrangement there as well. Well, the risks are substantial, that there will be continued destruction, loss of life, damage to infrastructure, disruption to the economy. By the way, disruption to the global food system, because 30 to 35% of the wheat exports come out of Russia and Ukraine. And of course, then there's barley and corn, and there's a variety of other minerals. There's fertilizer that comes out of Russia. I mean, the impact on a variety of different sectors of the global economy is very substantial. And of course, if you're going to boycott Russian crude oil and natural gas, then obviously there are ripple effects from that. But there are also further damage to the Russian economy, which is going to become increasingly irreparable.